Hey guys, welcome back. So today we're going to be creating our first HTML file or our first HTML project. So I hope you are excited for that as I am. First of all, I want to say a big thank you to my subscribers. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the support. And as you're watching this, if you've not subscribed, please do also subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos, and also hit that like button. All right, thank you so much. So let's do this. Okay, so today we're going to create our first HTML project, right? So what you need to do is open up a folder, right? I'm going to show you two ways to do it real quick. Okay, so you're going to open up a folder. You're going to create a folder, right? So you can come here, right click, come here and go to folder, and then you create a folder, right? And then you name your folder. But luckily I already have my folder here that I have some other videos, right? I have some other folders, sorry. So this is the folder I want to use here, HTML. So let me delete this, delete the HTML folder, and then let me just create it for you now. So I'm coming here and saying folder. So I'm going to create a folder now called HTML, right? So this is one way you can do it. So I created my folder. This folder, the reason why we're creating this folder is this is where we're going to store our HTML project. All our HTML files, our CSS, our JavaScript, all our images, all our assets. This is where we're going to store them. So that's why we call it a project folder. Right? So it contains everything. Right. So first of all, I want to create our HTML file. Right. So I can come here, I can right click and say new and go to, I'll use a text document, right? So I can call it index.html. So I can just change the extension. Remember when I talked about extensions? So you can see how it comes in handy now. Now you know about extensions. So I can now say HTML because I want it to be, I want the system to know that this is a HTML file, and I want you to use software that can open HTML documents to run it. Okay, so I hit enter. Oh, sorry. Then that didn't work out well. So no matter, I can just come here and rename it and change it to HTML, right? And then after that I want to change, I say yes, and it has changed. Now you notice something now as I change it to HTML, I change the extension to HTML, the icon has changed. So my computer now understands that, oh, this is an HTML file, and I can use Chrome, Google Chrome, the browser, to open it. So that's why it changed now. Remember, it was like a paper with lines. That's like a script. So that's for text editor. I mean, that's for your like your notepad and all that. But this one now is HTML. So it's saying, oh, Chrome can open it. So that's why it chose me on Chrome. Okay. Now we haven't changed the name. Now one more thing I feel that some people might have issues with is changing the extension. Right. So if you have issues with changing your extension, you can come here to view, right, and then you can see here file extension, file name extensions. Mine is checked already, so you can see now the extension has gone up. So yours might not be checked, right? So check it so that your file name extension will show, so that you can change the extension. Okay. All right, good stuff. So I'm going to change the name now to index. um Previously in the past, I want to tell you why we usually use index.html. Previously in the past, if you have a lot of documents, and if you have more than one file, HTML file, right, and you just want to you're opening your website, right, and you don't have anyone named as index, your browser tends to not know which one to open first of all. So it tries to open everything. Okay, I'll show you that in a moment. Tries to open everything. So that's why we use index to let the browser know this is the first one. But doesn't mean that you can name it anything, right? As long as you are linking the browser, you're telling the browser exactly what you want to open first of all. Okay, so this is one of the security checks, because if you don't do this, all your project will be open. Let me show you an example. Let me try and do that real quick for you, and let's see. But this was in the past. I haven't tried it recently, so let's see if it's still like that. So let's see. Let's use Voke. Is there a Voke? Let's use Voke or Ken. I think I like Ken. Ken is fine. So let's say ken.html, right? And then let's change our index. Let's change our index to Sonia.html. We have a girl and a guy, right? So we have this folder now. So I'm going to open this folder on the browser and let's see what happens. So I'm just going to drag this folder and take it here. Oh, it's not opening here. Yeah, I can open it here. Okay, so that didn't work. Maybe they fixed it or something. I don't know. But I know it used to work before, way back then when we used to learn how to, when I was learning web design, right? I remember going, and then sitting, all excited with my book and pen and my computer by the side, ready to learn, waiting for my tutor to come in. Well, for some reason it's not working. Maybe that patch has been fixed or something, but we'll still check it later on. So anyway, this is one way you can fix your HTML, right? You can create your HTML file, right? So I'm going to show you another way you can create your HTML file. Okay, let me just open this for you. So right now you can see that you can open it with, if I right click on it, you can see I can open it with different, I can open it with my Atom, I can open it with Bracket, I can open it with Google Chrome, Explorer, Microsoft Edge, PHP Storm, Visual Studio Code, but I want to use Atom, so I'm going to click on Atom. So you see it's open right here now. So I just close all this. This is just normal welcome page for Atom. Close all this. Welcome guide to Atom. Alright, so congrats, you've created your first HTML, your HTML file. Okay. Alright, so let me show you the second way real quick. So I'm gonna close this up. Right, let's go out of here. I'm gonna delete this. And don't worry, we're gonna try this what I just showed you again. Because right now the content is empty, but we're gonna try it again when we have something inside, maybe much later. And then just verify that security breach is patched or something. But before, it used to show you all the list of your files, your file directory structure, everything. It shows you when you don't have an HTML file, and then you don't have a file named index.html, and then you open the domain of open your folder on the browser, it just shows you everything. Okay, so I'm just gonna delete this. We're gonna leave the HTML file because we need the HTML file. So just gonna open the HTML file. We're gonna open the HTML file on Atom. Okay, so you can decide to close this if you want, but I'm just gonna leave it open. So I'm gonna open my Atom now. Alright, so my Atom is open. Okay, I can decide to close all these. I don't need them. I can even close this one. I don't need it. So I'll come here now and say new file. I say open folder, right? So I locate down my folder. So this is the folder. This is the HTML folder. You can have it on your desktop, depends on you. So I just open it now on my folder, and you see my folder is open. So this is my file structure now, my project file, project folder. There's nothing in it, but that's going to be our project folder. Okay, so I can come here and right click on it and say new file, and then I'm going to name it index.html. You can decide to name it anything you want for now, but since if you're following this tutorial, it makes sense to just write what I'm writing or something, unless you know what you're doing, so that you don't run into issues. Because several times sometimes when I look at tutorials or when I'm following up or I see some students, they'll be like, well, I'm doing exactly what this person did and he did it like this, like just that I changed my name or I use a different directory or something, but and then you start running into those kind of issues. So it's always best to follow along. Okay, so congrats again, you have your HTML file. So if we go to the folder and look at it, you can see now it's created HTML, right? So I mean, congrats on that. You created your first HTML file. I mean, how cool is that? That's so easy and so simple. So next up, we're going to be writing. Okay, let me show you something now. I'm going to write something. We're going to write our first hello world. Okay, I'm going to write our first hello world, and I'm going to save it. Let's open. Let's open it. Where's my? I'm not sure why this is not opening, honestly. So for some reason, it's not opening, but I'm not going to edit this out. I'm just going to leave it and just let you see how I maybe, struggle sometimes. So I'm going to try and open it with my Microsoft Edge and see what exactly is going on and why my Chrome is not opening it. So here you see hello world. Okay. So I'm just going to copy this URL now and let me put it. Oh, remember I talked about URLs, right? So this, you can see that now. So I'm just going to copy this URL and put it here, and let's see if it gets it. Okay, it gets it. So why wasn't it showing it directly before? So that's how I got past that. So in case maybe you're having that kind of issue, that's why I'm leaving this in so you can see that. All right. Okay. So now think of this as like you're writing a Word document on like your Microsoft Word or a word processing software, right? How you write some letters and then you can now make some differences. You can set your paragraphs, you can make some bold, you can italicize, like for Microsoft Word, because that's what is more commonly known, I believe, right? So we can do that like this, but instead of maybe clicking a button or you click the B, when you highlight and you click the B on Microsoft Word to make something bold, you can use tags, right? So that brings us to the use of tags. So I can set a B for bold, right? I can set a B for bold. So that brings us to tag. I save it. If I come to the browser now and look at it, you see it's small now. You see it's small now, but if I refresh, you see it's bigger now. It's thick. So you see that's how you can do it, right? But we're not going into this particular tag right now. I just wanted to show you something. Now, remember I talked about HTML as a structure, right? I talked about HTML as a structure as your skeleton, right? So it means that or your tags, or rather the structure or the skeleton consists of tags for the HTML, right? So you have an opening tag here, HTML tag that opens up, right? And then you have a closing HTML tag. So whatever you're going to do, whatever you're going to write is going to be inside your HTML tag. It's going to be inside your HTML tag like this. Okay, so this is just starting, right? So on the next video, I'm going to show you exactly how to write your HTML structure, and I'm going to explain to you what they mean. So if I just want to write my HTML real quick, right? So this is the structure of HTML. You have your HTML opening and closing tags. You have your header opening and closing tags. You have your body opening and closing tags. You have your title. You have your metadata. And then you have your doc type. That's your document type. So I'm going to explain this in the next video and then show you how to write this. What I just did now is a shortcut that I did for Atom. And like I told you initially, each code editor have their own way of doing it. If I wanted to do it for VS Code, all I need to do is press this apostrophe and then press enter or press tab and then to give me the same structure here. Okay, so that's it for this video. I'm glad if you've created your first HTML. I hope it was exciting for you. as it was for me, or even maybe more exciting for you. Okay, so congrats, you're well on your way to being a web designer, all right, or a web developer or a front-end developer. Okay, all right, so if you like this video, please like for more content like this, smash the like button, hit the notification bells, and subscribe if you have not. I'll see you on the next one. It's still Ola here on Orion Tech. So bye bye.